What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazzy Fitness. So let's start this video with 7 weeks out physique update of Andrew Jacked. So this Arnold, that can very well be the most important competition of Andrew's career because the man is now 40 years old and he has to make those much needed improvements, especially in his side shots, because that is the only way he can win this upcoming Arnold and potentially win an Olympia title. Because he has the goods to do that for sure. He just needs to nail his peak. Because most of the people out there agree that the results of the Olympia last year, that could have been a lot different if the Texas Pro version of Andrew Jacked showed up for battle at the Olympia last year. Now one thing is certain, that physique of Andrew, that would have placed much higher than 5th at the Olympia last year. And this upcoming Arnold, that is all about redemption for Andrew. Now we all know Andrew is that kind of athlete who will never make all these big statements like he's gonna win the Arnold or the Olympia. All he says that he is gonna beat his previous best version. And that of course wasn't his Olympia version. That was his Texas Pro version. And if he's able to bring a better package than Texas Pro, if he can bring better presentation on the stage, which is something that he has always been criticized for, I believe he can close the size gap in the side shots as well, which are truly his biggest weakness now. So the biggest disadvantage that Andrew has compared to a guy like Derek or even Nick and Hadi Choopan is that he is 40 years old. And although we see no sign of injuries, there have been a very few bodybuilders in the history of the sport who continue to improve beyond that age. The late Sean Roden and Dexter Jackson, they are two examples that come to mind. So I think this is gonna be a make or break year for Andrew Jacked. Next up, we have the physique update from Martin Fitzwater. Now, Martin has set up big expectations for this upcoming year. Now, we know his first competition this year. That is gonna be the mighty Pittsburgh Pro, which is gonna have an insane lineup, especially in case of Derek Lunsford showing up there. And that I 100% think is gonna happen, especially if Derek does not win this upcoming Arnold. There is nothing stopping him from chasing that $100,000. And Nick Walker has already made this announcement that he is locked in for the Pittsburgh Pro. So these are the two guys who Martin lost to in 2024. And with the kind of success that Martin had last year, he will be so motivated. But Nick Walker is coming in to restore his reputation. He is coming back to reclaim his Olympia spot. And you guys all saw how confident he sounded, making his comparisons with Derek. So he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure he shows up at his all-time best. Now coming back to Martin, he already said that he is not interested in playing the size game, in chasing more mass. And the thing is, he doesn't need to. He looked phenomenal at the Olympia last year. And even during that comparison of the back double biceps with Derek Lunsford, who has the greatest back double biceps in current times, Martin held his own extremely well. And the back lat spread, that was just so damn phenomenal. So Martin obviously isn't lacking anything. And it will be foolish if he tries to get too big too fast, considering the man is just 27 years old and his time will eventually come. Now the question right now is that, how is he gonna handle all that pressure, considering the burden of expectations that not only him, but also his fans now have from him. So that I believe is gonna be very interesting. Next up, we have a 7 weeks out physique update from Mike Sommerfeld. Now Mike is looking so damn huge and he is very complete that if he's able to bring that same condition as he did for the Olympia last year, it is highly unlikely that anyone is gonna beat him at this upcoming Arnold, including Vasily and Michael Dabo. Now the fact is, Mike, who already has such an insane momentum going in his favor after finishing a very close second behind Chris Bumstead at the Olympia last year, he will surely be taking the Olympia title in all of those predictions that are gonna start later this year. Now Mike has that kind of physique that is gonna do extremely well even in the men's open bodybuilding as well as in classic physique, because he has continuously been getting bigger while at the same time maintaining all of his classic lines and beating such a dominant champion like Chris Bumstead in a number of shots at the Olympia last year. That was such a massive statement made by Mike. And the biggest challenge that Mike is gonna face this year at this upcoming Arnold, that is gonna be either Vasily Vizers or Michael Dabo. And that is obviously based on their Olympia placings. Now, it is very rare to see that a reigning Arnold champion isn't being considered the favorite, going for his first ever title defense. But in this case, it is kind of true. Because the thing is, Vasily was far from being impressive at the Olympia last year. And he lost to guys whom he said he's never gonna lose again, including Michael Dabol. And considering the size he's carrying at 7 weeks out from this upcoming Arnold, Michael Dabol is also gonna be very dangerous because he has been extremely motivated for this upcoming season ahead. And the man just isn't afraid to jump into big shows with great lineups like the Pittsburgh Pro. And you can easily put your money on Michael Dabol on the fact that nobody is gonna outcondition him at this upcoming Arnold Ohio or any other show that he is doing later in the year. So with the retirement of Chris Bumstead, the Classic Physique division this year is probably gonna have the best year, just like we had in 1998 Miss Olympia, because there was a no returning Olympia champion, and all the guys, they brought their absolute best because they 100% believed that they can win the title this time, and this is gonna be the case at the Olympia this year. Next up, we have an update from Michael Krizo. So put Krizo in the list of those guys who were able to win their pro debut in the Pro League on their first try. Not even the reigning Olympia champion Samson Dauda was able to achieve that. In fact, it took Samson so many years to secure his first pro win and his first ever Meso Olympia qualification. So Krizo is definitely one unique talent that thankfully arrived in the Pro League. Otherwise, he would have stayed in the elite and continued to have won shows one after another, while not even being at his personal best. Now, Krizo has already announced that the New York Pro is gonna be his comeback show. But considering how close Pittsburgh Pro and New York Pro are, I won't be surprised at all if he jumps into that Pittsburgh Pro lineup as well. Now, for Krizo to win either of these shows, some of these top guys, they need to come in off because of the caliber of the competition. And he is probably gonna do some other shows like Emperor Classic Spain to secure his Olympia spot. Now, Krizo was top 7 at the Olympia 2023, but there was no Nick Walker or Martin in that lineup. So this year, he's gonna be truly tested on where his true potential lies amongst the most fierce competition. Next up, we have an update from the Prophecy Nathan D'Asha. So him making the announcement that is going for this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, that was something that nobody expected because the man is very realistic at this point in his career and what shows he can win. And Pittsburgh Pro, no doubt, is gonna be one hell of a show. It's gonna be really exciting. But that is something that Nathan D'Asha cannot win. And the fact is, some of these guys that he's going up against at this show, he has never competed against majority of these top guys before. Now, Nathan has always been a great bodybuilder. He always had that long torso and high lats. And he always had great density and maturity everywhere, except for his hamstrings. Now, Nathan's goals are kinda different compared to 2018. The last time he was up on that Olympia stage, and he was being coached by Matt Jensen at that time, and he said they're coming for Phil Heath. Now, I'm not even sure if he wants to do the Olympia anymore at this point, because he knows it will be so damn hard for him to make top 6 or even top 8 now at the Olympia level. But I for one am really looking forward to his return to the US after a very long time. So do you guys think Nathan D'Asha will be top 3 at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro? And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.